All right, congratulations. We are moving to our last question type of the reading section. This is gonna be it. The last question type is summaries. So we already had a look at the summary questions, but let's have a look again. The summaries questions usually look like that. Sometimes they might look a little different, but very rarely. Usually, this is what you will see as a summary question. You will have exactly one summary question to each of your text. So if you, for example, have just 3 texts, it's a normal reading section, you will have just 3 summary questions throughout your entire section. If you have 5 reading passages, so you have some experiments going on in your reading section, then you will have 5 summary questions throughout your section, okay? So you will always have just one summary question to every text. And it will usually look like that. And pay attention that this question is worth at least 2 points, sometimes 4 points, sometimes 2 points, usually 2 points. So these are the questions that you want to really do well, because if you guess everything correctly, you get 2 points, okay? So how do we do this type of question correctly? Easy, because you remember how we were reading the text. We were reading only the specific sentences of the text. We were reading the topic sentences and we were reading the thesis statement, which was at the end of the introduction. So the summary question asks you about those sentences that you read. It asks you about the thesis statement and it asks you about the topic sentences. So here we have this sentence in bold: radon can seep into a building where its decay products can lead to health problems. So this is typically a paraphrase of the thesis statement, okay? So they took the thesis statement, they paraphrased it, they changed some words to its synonyms, and they put it here, all right? And you need to find 3 supporting sentences. And of course, the sentences that support the thesis statement always stand as topic sentences of the paragraphs. So here, out of the 6 answer choices, you have to choose just 3 that paraphrase 3 topic sentences, okay? So you need to choose the paraphrases of the topic sentences, and what you leave behind are the details that you could find inside the paragraphs. All right, so we choose the paraphrases of the topic sentences, and we do not choose the details which we didn't read when we were just reading the topic sentences. Okay, so if you read the text the way I suggested you in one of our first lectures, then you will be able to answer this question very easily, and then you will have 2 points. Okay, so this is how it looks. So we just picked 3 topic sentences, we put them here, and then this was the details, okay? So you can pause if you want, see how they look like, but it doesn't really matter. Just pay attention and remember that these are the paraphrases of the topic sentences, okay? So let's discuss now the other type of the summary question, which you can sometimes see, but usually you don't really. It's a pretty unpopular option. So sometimes you might see this, which is an unpopular option. So you will have 2 groups, and then you will have these answer choices, and you need to match the answer choices with the groups. Some of them are not used. You see, 2 of the answer choices will not be used, so 2 of them you will have to leave behind, and then the rest you will need to put in the categories. And this question is worth 4 points, so it's more difficult and it's worth more. So here we see how it works. We just matched all these answer choices to the categories and we left 2 behind. And so this is a little bit more complicated type of question because you really need to dive into the differences in the theories. So you need to pay attention to the topic sentences and sometimes to the details as well, right? But still, you look at the topic sentences and you see, where do you need to find this information? Where did they talk about the flaws of the Milankovitch theory? Where did they talk about the flaws of the Miller and MacDonald theory? You already know which 2 paragraphs you need to read, and then it becomes very easy for you to summarize those flaws. Okay, so this is how you deal with the summary questions. Usually it's going to be this type, but still sometimes it's going to be this type. So in order for you to master the summary questions, we included a lot of exercises for you. So go ahead, try these exercises, do them, practice them, and then after you do all the exercises, you shouldn't have any problems answering the summary questions. Just don't forget that it's going to be the paraphrases of the topic sentences, okay? Thanks for watching.